Alright, so today I'm going to be extending a new adventure. I'm going to learn how to edit. And because of that, we're starting a new game. So now every Friday I'm going to be doing FTL, for a while at least. But I needed to pick something to work on, and I had a suggestion that said I should do FTL again, because that's a disaster everybody likes to watch. So why don't we just get into it? Not going to be anything too fancy. We're going to go with a new game because I don't even remember what I was doing here. And now we get to see what we're going to do. So I'm going to leave the advanced content enabled, but I think we're going to take the Kestrel out. Because it is a tough little ship. It's tried, it's true. I've won the game with it, and I really don't want to lose on my first time out. Actually showing this to everybody else, that would be embarrassing. So we are going to go normal though, because no, we're not doing easy. Of course not. As far as layouts go, A, B, C. We'll go with the C layout. I don't think it makes that much of a difference, but hey, it's purple, and purple's awesome. However, we are not going to be the Swallow. Nope, because we've already got a name picked out ahead of time. This ship is going to be the Icarus, because I foresee this entire thing going down in flames. Alright, for crew, it looks like we got a human, and well, whatever this guy is. Alanius drains oxygen from rooms, which explains why the engineering section has no air in it. But hey, that's fine. At least we know the engines won't catch on fire. We've got dual lasers and an ion stunner. That could be helpful. Have the ion stunner go after shields while the dual lasers do all the work. I can see that happening. Alright, everything looks good. Let's go for it. So, for anyone not familiar with the game, FTL is actually very simple. Simple does not mean easy, but it is very simple. We are one ship against the enemy. The enemy is bigger than us, stronger than us. They have more ships, more guns, more people. Well, this is basically Luke Skywalker versus the Death Star if the Rebellion decided to stay home. So, here's our ship. We're doing good. Nothing's broken yet. I promise that won't stay. This is our current layout. This is our power systems. And we don't have anything really to play with here. We've only got 10 scrap, and scrap is the currency and upgrade materials. You have to use it for both, which means you have to manage it very carefully. Here's our crew. We have room for more, assuming we find anyone. I hope we do, because we're going to need them. And our weapon systems, we have nothing to augment with yet. We do have some extra power here. We're going to funnel that into our weapons because we don't want to be defenseless. And I'm going to go ahead and turn auto fire on. We may have to change that later on because different weapon timings will make different things harder. For the time being though, this should work. So, it's time to go. And here is our first map. Now, each one of these maps is considered a sector, and when we get all the way across to the exit, we'll see a different map that will show us the entire area. And we have to jump sector to sector, like here we jump from star to star, or node to node, or planet to planet, whatever it happens to be. We won't know until we get there. So, today we are going to do Sector 1. We're going to head for the exit. And hopefully we survive. Sector 1 should be easy. It's going to be partially dependent on our skill, but a large portion also dependent on luck. Nobody ever survives this game without at least a little bit of luck. And one of the tips to this game is to go as slowly as you can. You could make a beeline straight there, but in general, you're going to need the resources you pick up in the beginning for later on. So you kind of want to do this serpentine motion through the star system until you get there. The only downside is you don't have all day, because the other side, they're chasing you, and they will catch you, and it's not fun, and you usually die. So, first jump, let's go here. And zoom. What do we got? An especially well-armed pirate ship approaches you. Hand over one of your crew members, and the rest of you can go free unharmed. Pirates. Right off the bat. This is starting so well. Well, we have nothing to lose. We'll never surrender. So, dual lasers are going to go to their weapon system. Ion stunner to their shields. The ion stunner should knock out their shield system, and our lasers should be able to get through while the shields are down. Assuming, of course, that my people can hit their marks. And already I can see a problem. Because my lasers are firing before the ion stunner. So let's wait for it to fire. And then we'll fire the lasers. And there we go, we knocked out their weapons. But then again, they're not using weapons, they're using a drone. So shoot that instead. Okay, drone turned off. We surrender! Take one of our slaves as tribute. If you destroy us, they'll all die anyway. Well, I mean, he does raise a good point. So, I said we might need more help. Now we have more help. Welcome, Legion. And we're going to make you a shield officer. Yes, you don't have any strengths yet, but you will. Oh, and while we're doing this, let's save everyone's positions. That way, if we have to send them all over the ship to put out fires or make repairs, we can just hit one button and they all come back. Also going to switch the orders of these. That way, make sure to shoot the ion first. Alright, one pirate down. Next sector. And it looks like we can't jump over there. We do have a distress signal. Those are sometimes good. I usually take all distress signals anyway, just because I'm a good Samaritan and a sucker for someone that needs help. It's gotten me killed before. But we're going to do it anyway. After all, we're the good guys. Greetings! It's so good to see you. We've been out of fuel and floating out here for weeks. We're terrified a pirate or those damn rebels would find us first. Could you spare some fuel? Yeah, we can spare 2 fuel. Thank you so much. We don't have much to offer, but have a look at the star sector scans we took. They updated our maps. Well, let's see what we find now. Wow! Okay. That's a good scan. So, let's see what we got here. First off, there's another distress signal. We can't get to it yet, but I'd like to get there. Stores. Remember, we have scrap. We don't have a lot of scrap right now, but it is something available to us. We can use that to buy lots of things. We can buy more crew members, we can buy weapons, we can use it to buy fuel, missiles, make repairs. It's important. And right now, we don't have any. Still though, it's good to know where they are. Every single one of these yellow exclamation points is an encounter of some kind. Could be good, could be bad, but someone's there waiting for us. And anything with the hazard tape over it is something hazardous. This one right here is experiencing an ion storm. This one here has an asteroid field, which means that during whatever we're doing, we'll be pelted continuously with rocks. Not a good day. I think we can handle it though, and I'd really like to jump there, hit the store, and from the store, hit this node, get the distress signal, pop to this store. I don't think we'll be able to buy anything. We'll hit this node, there, and head out. If we have time, because we can already see at the rebellion, they're coming. So let's see what we can do. Jumping now. There's the asteroids, and it's a pirate. They immediately turn to attack. Well, guys, I mean, this is kind of a bad idea. Kudos to you for sticking out an asteroid field, but you're in no better shape than we are. And just like that, he knocked out all of our navigation. Alright, get out of there before you die. Well, this is bad. Okay. We're going to have to vent the whole ship to take care of this. This is a great start. Oh, we don't even have a med bay. We have a cloning vat. Wait, we have a cloning vat. Alright, here's what we're going to do. You are going to come back here. We're going to open this door, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. And we're going to vent the entire fore section of the ship. That should starve out the fire. Oh, and it looks like they had enough. The ship repeatedly hails you. It looks like they want to surrender. They'll give us 3 fuel, a drone, and some scrap. Under normal circumstances, I would probably just wipe them out, but we have enough problems as it is right now. We're going to accept their offer. So, there goes our door controls. But you don't need air. Go repair the door controls. Once we have doors back online, we can close them and then repressurize the ship. Oh, and if you listen carefully, you can hear him grumbling about having to do all this work. I mean, I feel for him, but he's gonna have to suck it up. Okay, so, doors closed. You go back. I do want to get somebody in that room, though. The doors can be upgraded to make them tougher to break through in case you get boarded. And one kind of free way to do that is to have someone staffed in there. Right now, though, it's kind of a luxury we don't have. So for now, get back in the cockpit, get that back online. You go help him out. Good, that's back online. Now that's online, we just have to wait for the FTL drive to charge. Almost. There it is. Let's get out of here. And see, here it comes. Now there's 2 lines here. This one says where it's going to be next turn. You do not want to be behind this line when your turn starts. Because if you are, here's the actual rebellion fleet. That catches you, you end up fighting one of their ships. They will always be one step ahead of you. They will always have a little bit more shields than you, a little bit more weapons than you. They usually have more crew too. So, let's go to the store. Transmission from a nearby planet indicates an outpost below which offers supplies for travelers. You send down an away party. So here's the store. And honestly, we don't have enough scrap to do anything. We're doing good on fuel. We certainly can't afford any weapon systems or subsystems. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to repair our damage. It's about all we can do. And we're just going to move on. So, we're going to jump here now. Your jump leads to a completely unremarkable binary star system. There's nothing else around. And you know what? I will take nothing. So, now we can make one of two jumps, the distress signal or the nebula. We're going to go for the distress signal. I think we've got more than enough time to jump away and keep on the leading edge of that. You arrive at the distress beacon near a small asteroid belt and find a ship with pirate markings partially crushed between two large rocks. It must have been illegally mining the belt without proper equipment. We could try to dislodge them, and in my experience, it never works well. Or we could destroy and loot the ship. That's a good option, but they did send out a distress signal. That would feel a little bit war crimesy. And I'm not a huge fan of that. So let's try to help. We take a few careful shots, but expose a mineral patch in the rock that reacts violently with the weapons. A shockwave forces you back as debris pelts the hull. When you regain control, there's not much left of the ship. We took 2 damage, but we did get 9 scrap, so it's not a total loss. We lost our cameras, though. So let's get those fixed. There we go. Alright. Back in the seat. Let's go. So we'll hit the next store, even though I know we can't buy anything. A group of mysterious alien vessels hailing and apparently have some valuable technology. So, again, it's much the same. They've got some weapon system, or they've got subsystems, they've got weapons. I feel like we should probably get a missile launcher at some point, even though I'm not a fan of them. I don't like weapons I can run out of ammo with. I'm definitely more of a laser and beam kind of guy. So let's just jump. A black market weapons trader spins you a tale of the dangers of the nebula before pushing his wares. Well, we can't afford anything. We could attack him. That could be good for us given the low-level area we're in. And it does say he's a pirate, so I wouldn't exactly feel bad about it. Or we could ignore him. I think we can take him, though. Well, no distress signal, so war crimes it is. Target his shields, target his weapons. He manages to hit us once, which is one more time than I would have rathered. Come on, charge faster. Well, I kept his weapons suppressed. Okay, my ion stunner is getting a little too close to my lasers. Ions, lasers. I see it's kind of slow now, but when you have two ships that are fully armed, the volleys get intense. All right, you win. Here's some equipment from our stores. Leave us alone. I will accept their gracious offer and leave them in peace. So we're going to jump up here, here, and if we have time, we may cut back to here before the exit. That nebula trip did buy us a little bit more time. You detect a rebel scout on an attack approach to a small refueling outpost. Their weapons are charged, but they're not firing yet. Looks like they've got a missile launcher of some kind, but that seems to be their only weapon. I think we can take this. Let's intervene. The rebel responds to your threat. I don't know who you are, but no one defies the rebel fleet. And they move in to engage. Yep, they're using drones. So we're going to target their shields with the ions. And as soon as that fires, we'll target their weapons because they're using missiles. And missiles will go right through shields. Kind of like that. And there goes the oxygen. Okay, you go fix the oxygen. We need that. Or at least most of us need that. And there goes our weapons. This is bad. There goes our shields. Okay. We have made a mistake. There goes the oxygen again. Shields are back online though. You know, we're not going to get through this. Let's get out of here. We took way too much damage in that. Only to find another one. And they're powering up their FTL drive. This is not good. If they get away, then the rebel fleet chasing us will get a massive boost in their range. So, you go fix the oxygen. You target their shields and target their weapons. We can't take any more damage. And an intruder? Where is he? Oh, he just took out our door controls. Well, this is not good. Oh, I heard that. He teleported away. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. Okay, looks like they're getting their weapons repaired. Let's take those back out. Unless we miss. Or unless he leaves. Okay, well, that's not good, because that means that we now have to jump out of here, and potentially we may have to deal with the rebel fleet before we leave. All in all, not good. So let's make what repairs we can. Almost. Okay. Yeah, see, we're not going here now. They're going to cover that. So we're heading straight for the exit. We arrived at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, we can jump. A small station fitted with hundreds of repair drones. You receive an automated message. We don't know who you are, and we don't care, but this is the right place for some ship repair. And that's something we can definitely use. So it looks like they're going to offer us a discount on repairs. And we're going to take everything we can get. So there's 10 more hit points. We're now again practically out of scrap, but at least we're not looking like scrap. And so we hit the jump, and now we can go to the next sector. So before the Rebel fleet catches us, we go to the sector map. Now, our end goal is here. That's where the big boss is. And now we have a choice. We can go up or down, and then there's different paths we can take along each route. Anything red will have more hostile encounters, more dangerous, but it's a risk versus reward situation. More encounters means more potential to get stuff. Anything green will have less encounters. We're less likely to take damage, but there's going to be less for us to bring home. Generally speaking, though, you usually want to stick to the green as much as possible unless you've got a really kitted out ship. So we're definitely going to head to the Zoltan controlled sector. And then, depending on how things go, here, either one of these doesn't really matter. Sometimes you'll be able to see what's there and choose what you want to do. Different races will have different opinions of us. The Zoltans, they don't hate us, but sometimes they're really strict on their security. They may stop you more often, and fighting Zoltan ships is not pleasant because they have overshields. There's also NG-controlled sectors. They tend to be more laid back. However, almost everything in those sectors has drones. The pirates have drones. The NG have drones. Hopefully you do too, otherwise it gets ugly. So, yeah, I think there, and then we'll just follow the green as much as we can. This hostile sector right here should be the only problem we have before we get to the end. So, let's jump. The Zoltans patrol their borders but let you pass when you ID as Federation. Let's hope they won't be so courteous to the rebels. Well, spoiler alert, they will be. And so here we are. The first jump is always free. And that's our new sector. So, when we come back next time, this is what we get to explore. We survived the first one, but it only gets harder from here. So, we will see what happens next time. Until then, wish us luck.